Heyo, this is Madhouse.
Heyo, this is the final boosh.
And before we start the video proper, I just want to ask, you're going to hear things that you might not want to hear in this video about this game.
You acting like we're talking about 9/11 or something.
I'm just saying, I just want to stress it to watch the video. Don't just click off what you don't want to hear. That's not how discussions, and that's not how you foster an open air environment. That's how you end up closed-minded in hug boxes. This is not a hug box channel. You're going to hear what you don't want to hear. And we expect you to reply if you feel the need to.
Yeah, let's not put anybody in any corner. Let's not put baby in a corner.
If you feel the need to reply. But please, before you possibly get mad or whatever you need to do, watch the video. Keep an open mind and try to see our viewpoint. Because we can see yours. And it don't make sense.
All right, you ready?
Let's go. Back at this again, man.
You know, when I went into this, like, it was just an innocent video. Just airing out my grievances with what their decisions were for Sparking Zero. And I didn't mean anything by it. Like, it's not like it was coming out of a place of hate. If you follow the chronological history of our coverage of the game, we started off excited.
Very excited. We said this game was the last bastion along with City of the Wolves.
Well, yeah, for a different sense. I was like, I'm going to play this game with City of the Wolves, and this game's going to be great. And it probably will be great.
Because to be fair, up to this point, we had no like real bad examples of Tenkaichi games.
I think
so. It was good to think positive of the game going forward.
Right. And then the more information came out, the more I used my reasonable adult brain to piece together that it's bullshit. It's bullshit.
I can't believe people accepting this.
So you're telling me, so we heard that after all these comments we got for the last video, for the last couple videos we got talking about it, the game doesn't have to worry about local 2-player. It's all about the online with this one. Okay. Online and single player.
Okay. And if you're saying that, then the online must be good, right?
Online must be fantastic.
No, listen. If they're going out the way to, since local multiplayer clearly don't matter.
Nobody plays it anymore.
No one plays it anymore. So it's not relevant. That means developers, Namco Bandai, Spike Chunsoft, going to go out their way to make the online experience the best they can.
The best quality of life possible, right? That makes the perfect sense, right?
Makes sense to me.
Makes sense to me. So obviously the obvious answer would be Rollback netcode, correct?
Yeah, because they put a lot of effort in. You see, they put a lot of effort into
just the online.
No, not that, but they put a lot of effort into implementing the multiplayer mode, the local multiplayer.
Yeah.
That they was going to leave out anyway.
Yeah.
They didn't have to put it in. You see, they're perfect.
See, but that was gracious of our multi-million-dollar overlords, right?
Yeah, to put something in that they had working every other game
and still charge you $70. So I'm glad.
It was 60 back then.
Well, I know, but I'm talking about Sparking Zero. They had the wherewithal, the intelligence, the gumption to put a bare bones multiplayer mode in, so it can convenience us who wants a full multiplayer suite with game modes and actual stages to play on.
Actual effort.
And this was never about the stages per se. As we said, it was always a slippery slope. If you allow them to take an inch, they'll spin your whole block.
It's about the morality of it.
The morality. It's always been about the morality.
If they're willing to do this to local multiplayer, what other shortcuts are they going to take? How many modes are going to be in the game? Stuff like that. How many things are they going to do? Are they actually going to address the balance? Things like that.
So,
simple, right?
So, here we are. I waited. After getting the news, I waited to see if anybody was going to talk about it. I don't think I barely found anything, at least from the content creators I see.
Because everybody's slobbing the game.
And they can be excited for the game.
No, I didn't say excited. It's okay to be excited. I said people are slobbering this game's hog. I'm not sure if it's a hype beast thing or you have to be positive, but we're not being negative. We're just going off the information that was told to us.
So I guess we should talk about the horse in the room, or is that the elephant?
Whatever. It's some type of.
We'll talk about the $70 elephant in the room. The game will not support rollback netcode.
Wow. I'm shocked. You telling me the people who are going to intentionally leave out local multiplayer
was going to have a shortcut?
The most functional version of the game you can have?
And let's cut out all the sweeps and all the coping mechanisms now, okay? The game could have absolutely worked with rollback netcode. Rollback netcode was designed for first-person shooters. It was designed specifically for fighting games, so that they can absolutely make it work for arena fighters. That's Spike Chunsoft also has an excuse that the game's graphics somehow gets in the way of rollback netcode. They built this game from the ground up, from my understanding, right? So they didn't build this game up with rollback netcode in mind.
The whole intention for this, okay, let's roll.
Oh, hold on.
Well, what's up?
So, like I said, let's stop all. Let's prevent all the quick sweeping real quick somebody's going to do for this game.
Okay.
The game could have absolutely worked with rollback netcode. It does not need to be a competitive game to have rollback netcode.
Can I interject?
Go ahead.
Okay, so Smash Bros. Ultimate, how you feel, whatever. It's a good game. If it was $70, it'd be worth it because it got modes and it functions.
It has content.
It has content, plenty.
Yeah.
So what I don't understand is that people consider Smash a party game. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Like it's not a fighting game, quote unquote.
Yeah, I guess.
It is.
I mean, but let's not get into that.
No, I'm just saying it is. But it's not a fighting game in people's eyes.
It's not a fighting game to a specific type of idiot.
So here's the thing.
And this is coming from people who play Street Fighter just as much as we play KOF, just as much as we play Smash. We play any kind of fighting game. It's a fighting game, but go ahead. People can cope all they want. Go ahead.
So here's my question. Smash, despite being a party game, still should have had rollback netcode.
Yeah.
Regardless, rollback netcode is not for competitive fighters. Rollback netcode is to give you the best experience possible online, especially if you're leaving out local multiplayer, which they were at the time.
So what's the excuse?
So their whole goal,
what's the sweep, guys?
We don't know the modes yet. At least not a lot of them.
All I know is they have the story mode. They have that mode where you can edit your thing. What they told us. We don't know about any like extra modes like survival, and we know they got that tag team mode that runs on that destruction point system. And I don't know if they're gonna have free team select, modes that were in the last game.
What I'm trying to say is they were already intentionally going to axe local multiplayer, right?
So the only logical choice was rollback netcode.
They were intentionally, mind you, all this is from them.
Yeah.
So we was gonna have a game.
We're not making anything up here.
Whatever modes they offered, right?
Yeah.
With no local multiplayer, online focused, with possibly delay-based netcode.
What do you mean possibly?
I'm talking about. I'm not sure what they're using in general. I'm not sure if they're gonna gussy it up or make sure it's decent. Listen, I can't tell the future, but the fact that it don't have rollback at the moment is telling of the direction the game is going to go.
And I should say that doesn't mean delay-based netcode means the death of the game. I'm not saying what.
Isn't JoJo? That's
All-Star Battle R.
That's delay-based.
That's delay-based,
and that technically killed the game.
Dragon Ball Z Fighters was delay-based. I don't even know if the rollback patch came out.
Yeah, it did. It did.
I don't know. I didn't follow that game for a while.
It was a mess, I think.
I can't talk on that. But
Dragon Ball Z Fighters was delay based. Mind you, yes, it was functional online, but it wasn't good online.
And that's the thing. I'm not saying that delay based means the game's is going to die.
Hell, but if you think about it, Tekken 7 and 8 are some form of delay based.
Well, whatever. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm not saying that the game is going to die, the game is going to explode or anything like that.
It's a DBZ game.
What I'm saying is rollback is a better quality of life than delay based. I'd rather have rollback where both players can have an attempt of having a good time with sketchy connections than one person having a good time under delay based or nobody having a good time.
Delay base is very fickle.
Who's going to defend this shit? You're getting $70 for less content.
Well, possibly less content.
Possibly
in general,
less content.
Well, in general, is less content.
From the information they gave us so far is less content.
We're not asking everybody to, again, we're not asking everybody to not be excited about the game.
We were.
We can go back 2 videos about the same subject and we were praising the game. We're not hating on the game. We're only going off information that was given to us.
That's all.
People have to start thinking vertically. You can't keep this horizontal path the way you're thinking. You're gonna go somewhere, but you're gonna see the same shit everybody else see. If you don't think about the bigger picture, get the higher view, go vertical, everybody just keep falling for the same trap.
And that doomsday scenario I was talking about, it's pretty much now. Like I said, you can't sweep for this shit. They had no excuse. There was no excuse in the world
why this game could have rollback.
And guess what? They're gonna sell you a bill of goods. They'll absolutely tell you a tall tale. Now, okay, guys, this is Spike Chunsoft. I know we said that the graphics were so intense and so beautiful that we couldn't reduce the settings and destruction settings in order to have people have a complete 2-player online mode for $70. Now, don't get mad, guys. The graphics are so intense and so beautiful that rollback netcode is impossible. It's impossible.
I don't want to go back on this topic, but I still don't understand that argument that the game is so. Every Tenkaichi game have been pretty much the apex of what the previous one was, if you catch what I mean.
They were improvements, massive.
They were like, at the time, the visuals were good and all that other bullshit. What stopped those games from having multiplayer modes? Nothing. So I don't understand now how they didn't have to do it. They didn't work. It's a $70 game, bitch. You better had did it. It's a $70 game.
You're getting less from work.
Y'all gotta stop this. Y'all have to vote with your wallets. These people, if you jack off a company, people have to realize these people work for us. They don't work for you. I mean, they don't work for these companies. These companies, Namco, Bandai, Spike, Sunsoft, NetherRealm, and their laziness, Capcom, Nintendo, whoever, they work for us. They'll do the right thing if you vote with your wallet. If you let's say everybody get together and let's say soft boycott the game.
Yeah, that's not going to be the case.
I'm just saying. This game gonna sell 1 million and they're not gonna learn their lesson.
Nope. Then maybe down the road they may sell your rollback.
But if let's say a lot of people get together and somehow, some way, we manage to cut the cost of this game somehow. Let's say off a couple of thousand.
They'll have to listen.
They'll have to listen at that point. You cannot. Games are going to keep going up. That you have to realize that. By the time we're 50, games are probably over $100,
and
it'll be twice as less effort they putting in now.
Well, to be fair, with the roll gaming hitting down now with live service,
all of them gonna be free to play.
Games being incomplete upon release, call Sparking Zero. Games being
whatever incomplete. You say, that game is very incomplete at the moment.
Games being incomplete upon release. People sacrificing gameplay for casuals or pandering to audiences that don't play them. Gaming is going to be fucking dead, and multi-million-dollar companies are going to kill gaming. And you know what? That's fine. I can stick with indies all day. If indies are going to be the next generation of gaming, then so be it. I'm cool with that. I don't need Dragon Ball games. We have Dragon Ball games. We have good Dragon Ball games in the past. Somebody told me to go to. Somebody in the comments in a couple videos ago told me to go play Tenkaichi 3. Don't threaten me with a good time.
I'm not buying this game anyway.
I'm not buying this game anyway. So why not play a superior?
But it's just because I'm not buying a game, don't mean that we're not going to speak up. Everybody glazing this game, and I'm not saying you're not supposed to be excited or you're not supposed to have an opinion or anything in that nature. But I am looking at the hard facts they are giving us and weighing it against the price of the game and the actual effort put in. You're supposed to do that as a consumer. I understand your term is called consumer, but you're not just supposed to randomly consume. You're not a gluttonous consumer. Don't be that type of person. Vote with your wallet. Understand what you are buying. because once more people do that, they will have to put more effort into these games.
And I'm sorry. You can't defend this. I know it's going to be some blind ass rose-colored glasses, shaders on, sweeping for this goddamn game. And I already know that's going to happen. But once again, I have to keep reiterating because it seems like they think like we're complaining for fun. I wanted this game to be fucking amazing.
Look at our videos. Look at the decline of it. Like again, we keep repeating ourselves, but look at the videos. We started excited. We didn't have any information on the game. We're just going off what we see. Like I said, mechanically the game could be fine.
This has nothing to do about the game's gameplay.
Yeah, the quality of the actual gameplay, this has nothing to do about it. This has to do about everything that they're trying to turn these fighting games into mobile fucking games.
Well, I mean, mobile games with delay-based netcode.
Yeah.
So this was just a long we told you so. Because
no.
What?
To me, the history is written by the winner. Okay, so when that game actually comes out, I don't want to be right, and we know it's gonna have delay. We know all that shit by now. But when the game come out, I don't want to be right. I want this game to have the best. I want people to have fun with this game. I want this game to be hype. I want this game to be everything else. I want to buy this game.
I'm not.
No, I'm not. But in the perfect situation, I would love to buy this game. I want people to enjoy it. I want a brand new Arena Fighter Dragon Ball Z game. And I would love that.
I was really hoping Spike Chunsoft or Namco Bandai in general would get out of that anime fighter grift. You know, like for the last couple years, they've been coming out with, look guys, this is the latest new anime game. Here's our Arena Fighter for it. Then they just kind of let it die quickly. They did it with, now I don't watch anime, but they did it with My Hero Academia. They did it with One Punch Man a couple times. They did it with that Jujutsu Kaisen game. They did it with.
Who made the kill? That was Arc Systems.
Kill la Kill If?
Yeah.
I don't know who made it.
That was Arc Systems, I think.
It was published by Arc Systems, but I don't know who made it.
Oh, all right.
They did it with that Jujutsu Kaisen game. They did it with Jump Force. They did it with the 2 Raging Blast game. Not Raging Blast. Yeah, they did it with the 2 Raging Blast games. They did it with some of those Naruto games. I thought they were finally out of this. We're just going to slap this shit together and you're going to buy it because you're idiots. And they're calling you idiots.
Oh, and what's the comment between all them games?
They're arena fighters.
No.
What?
They all got delay-based netcode. Whoa!
Do they?
Oh, yeah.
Look, we can wrap it up here. I just want to say, look.
Again, no, don't. This is not I told you so. Not yet. Let's wait till October. This is not I told you so. This is just a warning. And if anybody have anything to say or like no one talked about this, point them to this channel. Because when this game drop and it's the way we think it's going to end up, mind you, I don't want it to end up that way. But if this game come out and end up the way you think it's going to end up, and then everybody start releasing their, this game is bad, or this game is lazy, or this game is this and that, because everybody like to follow the flow on YouTube.
Remember us.
This is not even a
clout. This is not even like a clout thing. I don't give a fuck about clout. I just want to warn people. I have a platform. I'm using my platform.
This is not I told you so. This is a warning.
If you don't like, I take it back. This is not an I told you so. That comes in October. The October I told you so is coming soon. So
hopefully not.
I'm hoping they have a plan for this game because there was no excuse not to have
outside of lacking modes, lacking shit, and the battle pass.
$70 plus dollars. Battle pass is going to be raped at the ass with DLC. It has a bare bones multiplayer mode. I don't care what you say. If it doesn't have stages, it's bare bones. What else we got? Delay-based netcode. We have barely any other game modes that we heard of. What else we got going on?
The GIMP tag mode.
That's part of game mode.
I'm not sure what it is about that. Something's off about the way they're trying to balance the game.
But you know what? At the end of the day, it's just going to transform to these guys are complaining and these guys are haters. And I can say this now because nobody's going to get this deep in the video. They're going to watch the first couple, 5 minutes or so.
Get mad, turn it off.
Get mad, turn it off, or make a knee-jerk comment, and where we will also say, watch the rest of the video. But somebody's gonna say that we're hating, we don't understand the game, we're boomers, nobody cares about rollback netcode, even though everybody cares about rollback netcode.
How are we boomers? We was born in the 90s.
Everybody, the only people who care about rollback netcode are competitive players. Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero doesn't need rollback netcode because it's a party game.
The whole rigmarole of his
it's going to be all the cope. It's going to be all the cope, and I'm all for it. Cope, by all means. I'm not buying the game, but I'm sure it's not going to talk about it. No, nothing's stopping me from talking about it.
Like it or not.
So go ahead. Cope on it.
Is your $70? Do what you wish.
Spend your money.
We're just trying to get the word out there because no one else talked about this. If everybody could be out there glazing the game, and have to be people out there willing to talk about the shit that's happening with the actual game. Not just this is going to be the best DBZ game ever. They put all the effort in. Excuses, cope, excuses. Somebody got to be willing to talk about the actual game itself. Somebody got to be willing to do that. If that just happened to be us. 1 million dislikes, don't give a fuck.
What's
new
dislikes?
Subscribers, don't give a fuck. Don't watch it, don't give a fuck. Somebody have to talk about what's actually happening with this game.
And look, man. Look, if we can get 1 or 2 people not to buy the game off of common sense, that's a W on my book. I don't need to be. I'm not here to convince a whole nest egg of people about not purchasing the game. You can purchase what you want. I'm not here to convince you otherwise. We're just here to try to help people who don't understand. And if we can prevent one cell from this lazy ass fucking, and I'm not saying the developers didn't put effort in. They obviously put effort into the game.
Yeah, but it wasn't effort into the point. It wasn't effort into the points that actually.
It wasn't
mattered.
effort in the game. Like the core, like what the game needs. Quality of life stuff.
Game got good graphics. Bitch, it's 2024.
Your game better have
good graphics. Graphics are like 40% of what a game actually needs to be required for it to be good.
I say 30.
Graphics are not that important. Graphics can sell you on a game. Graphics can put an atmosphere,
help enhance the game,
and enhance the game. But at the end of the day, the game has to be reliant on the gameplay, which look good. But what's the point of having good gameplay when there's not a good environment to foster it? What's the point? What's the point of having good gameplay if you got delay-based netcode and shit? What's the point of having good gameplay and you don't have any modes to play the characters in? What's the point of the game looked pretty? Well, with the shitty super art style, the game looked pretty. Yeah, okay,
good job.
We going in a circle.
All right, so. So whoever made it this far, thank you.
We appreciate it.
And
for the latest channel growth, we appreciate it.
Yes. Let's thank everybody who recently subbed to the channel, and thank people who are continued sub to the channel. And fuck everybody who unsubscribed. I'm joking. I don't care if you unsubscribe or not. But I appreciate anybody who did and who continued to sub. So we'll see you next time. Thank you.
See you.